Hi everyone, I'm Gina R. and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the 1963 B Barr Note. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the 1963 Barr Note. And we're going to look at what is a Barr Note, how did it get its name, how can we identify a Barr Note, and most importantly, what is it worth? Let's start with what is a Barr Note. It is a dollar bill that was printed in 1968, which has Joseph W. Barr's signature on it. He was the Secretary of the Treasury back in 1968. Now you're going to say, well, there's nothing special about that. All U.S. currency contains a signature from the Secretary of the Treasury. That is correct. But because of his last name, Barr, that is how the note got its name. So you might be asking, who is Joseph Barr? Well, the story behind Joseph Barr is he became Secretary of the Treasury when Henry Fowler resigned from office in 1968, with less than a month left in his term. In 1968, the $1 bill was printed with Joseph W. Barr's signature. So what makes Barr's signature so special? Barr had only been Secretary of Treasury for 28 days. He served the shortest tenure in the U.S. history during the last 28 days of President Lyndon B. Johnson's administration. So I would say that makes the Barr Note pretty rare. Let's look at how we can identify a Barr Note. And most importantly, how can we determine the value of these notes? So let's look at how to identify a Barr Note. There are some features that are found in the note that will help you identify them. Now, the simplest way is to look for Joseph W. Barr's signature at the bottom right side of the note. Now, if you're not able to read cursive writing, the next thing to look for is the series date. That's right, I did say series date. That's important information there. The series is 1963B. Now, this all must sound a bit confusing, especially since Barr took office in 1968. The previous series date used was the 1963 Series A, so they just used the next one, which would have been the 1963B printed date. Another interesting fact about the Barr Note is that only 5 of the 12 Federal Reserve banks printed the note. The first federal bank was New York. You can identify it by the district seal, which would be a B, and the district number, which would be number 2. The second bank would be the Richmond Bank. It has a district seal of the letter E and a district number of number 5. The third bank would be Chicago, which has a district seal of G and a district number of 7. The fourth bank would be Kansas City, which has a district seal of J and a district number of 10. And the last bank would be San Francisco, which has a district letter of L and a district number of 12. Those are the 5 Federal Reserve banks that printed the 1963 B series. Finally, we're going to look at how to determine the value of a Barr Note. Actually, Barr notes are not rare because of the print run size. They had a print run size of 458,880,000, which is a large number produced. They are rare to find in circulation, but not rare. You can actually purchase them on eBay. They are worth more than face value based on the condition of the note and also the serial number. If you have a fancy serial number, that does add a lot to the value of the note. So, where can I go to get some information about the value of the notes? I personally use the Standard Guide to Small Size U.S. Paper Money from 1928 to date. And let me go to the section that talks about the Barr notes. So here it talks about the 1963 B series. And if we go to the bottom, it will tell you the serial numbers from the lowest to the highest for each run, and also give you an estimated, I'm going to go ahead and say estimated because this book is a little bit outdated, value of the notes. So typically, a regular note will run you $5. The one that will run just $1 more would be the Kansas City. Now remember, this does depend on the condition of the note. But if you look at the star notes, they are actually worth at least 20 and higher. So in fact, I even have one here in excellent condition. Let me go ahead and zoom in and get a clearer view of the notes. Here's an example of a star note in excellent condition that would be worth a little bit more than $20. I want to thank you for watching, and until next time, happy hunting, happy collecting. Bye, everyone.